Hi, I'm Sunny Bain, and I'm the Director of Knowledge Technology at DLAPiper. I want to start with a quick background on our journey. Our KM group was only formed 4 years ago. At that time, we had no ownership of any legal practice platforms other than the experience database, which I had been managing along with our CRM system while in the marketing group. About 2 years ago, we were able to take over responsibility for legal practice tools from IT and various practice groups, and immediately we started assessing them. Are they even being used? Are they being used effectively? These were basic questions no one could answer. So we started collecting usage information and building out dashboards to aid our assessment and establish some baselines. Initially, through a third-party contractor in a product called ClickSense, until we could upskill ourselves and build out using Power BI, for which we had enterprise licensing. Whenever possible, we set up API connections or used Power Automate to pull in the data directly from the platform. To add context, such as user department, job title, we worked with IT to tap into our data lake for internal data. We started tracking our cloud-based systems through Research Monitor to record accurate session logins. And of course, applied taxonomies and focused on data hygiene to clean up and transform the data. And last but not least, we had discussions with the business stakeholders about what effective use means. In other words, how to measure ROI. The result today is that we can now monitor engagement with dozens of our tools, such as this example Kira report, and make informed decisions about where to focus our training and adoption efforts, how best to negotiate on contract renewals, and flag system issues. In the Kira example, we were able to determine we'd been paying for far larger data limits than we needed and negotiated significant cost savings when we last renewed. For another system with tiered pricing, we were able to turn on notifications when usage was nearing the next pricing level. On the education side, we tapped into our LMS through an API connection to get overall insight into both live and on-demand content engagement for our department. Next, we started looking for opportunities to leverage all this great data we'd been collecting to the direct benefit of our lawyers and the firm. With our experience database, because submissions are so critical to its success, we built a user-friendly Power BI report to help our practice groups and marketing managers monitor matters not yet profiled, which they could easily filter: practice, sector, size of the matter, whether that's reviewing by hours worked or ranked by collections, and when the matter hit the target threshold. In this example, you see we also used Click to build a more detailed, sophisticated tracker that can kick off automated, personalized emails on the first Monday of each month with an attached spreadsheet of target matters not yet submitted that directly link back to our experience database. The response to this has been highly successful. At the request of our legal assistants, so they could help us with compliance, we then mirrored part of that report in Power BI and embedded it into a SharePoint support page on our firm intranet. We also knew we had lots of rich data in our experience database to which we now had an API connection. Could we then, say, for the M&A practice, get an interactive dashboard showing key deal points from the thousands of deals we've handled over the years, filterable by industry, deal size, buy versus sell side, public versus private company, etc., that the lawyers could use to see trends and inform their negotiations? Sure. And then let's do something similar for, say, real estate purchase and sale agreements and investment fund deals, and so on. The hard work of accessing and structuring that data had already largely been done, so creating custom views into that data turned out to be quite simple and effective, and a lot easier than repeatedly trying to train our lawyers how to query the source database or creating hundreds of saved searches for them. In another example, we were asked if we could help our practice groups with better information for making associate staffing assignments. They had basic information like practice group, title, and years in practice, but they were struggling with getting more context to assign the best qualified people or consciously upskill more junior lawyers. We'd already tapped into our finance data, so by tying time card data to matter experience and lawyer profiles, we were able to create a dashboard, this time in Click, that recalculates each lawyer's total career hours worked every time you add a new filter. So, like in this example, if you are looking for a junior associate with some experience in class action litigation for life science companies, licensed to practice in Florida or Georgia, it's a quick task to get that specific list of attorneys, see the number of hours worked on those specific types of matters, along with a list of those matters and the supervising partners. I feel like we're just starting to tap into our potential options, and I'm excited to continue expanding our offerings. We recently hired someone with UX and graphic design skills to further enhance our reports, and we have big plans as we head into 2024.